Yo, what is good, YouTube? Welcome back to another JC2K video. In today's video, we're going to be ranking the best point guards in NBA 2K25 MyTEAM here on this tier list. We got 36 of the best point guards in MyTEAM to go through and rank. We're going to do exactly that here in this video. Before we hop into it, if you haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Help me push towards the 40,000 subscriber mark on the channel. I upload every single day, multiple videos a day. Would really appreciate it if y'all do subscribe. Without further ado, let's hop right into it. And let's get into the video. So starting off with 100 overall Lonzo Ball. Again, this is not an attainable cards list. This is just an all cards list. So when you consider the best point guards in the game, I think Lonzo's probably towards the low A tier. He's like the middle of the 100 overall point guards, I feel like, in my opinion. Not spectacular movement wise, but not completely atrocious. Nice jumper, decent but not elite size, good defender, like solid card, but also not unbelievably spectacular. I think A tier is probably right. Walt Frazier is, in my opinion, a little bit worse version of Jason Kidd. I think Kidd's probably A. I think Frazier's probably B. It's kind of my thought there. I like Kidd more than Booker personally too. As of right now, I'm going to put Booker high B and Kidd A. Although that feels, no, I think I'm going to do this. I think I'm going to put all three of those guys in A tier realistically, because Booker does have the fade and the jumper. Booker just doesn't have an escaper behind the back is really Booker's biggest issue as a card. Luka. Man, I like him personally because I love his standstill jumper, and I think defensively he's high level, but I will say the lack of fade, lack of movement is an issue, and it matters with his card. And I think realistically, when you're thinking best of the best, he's towards, I don't know, he's not, there is an argument to be made he's better than Kidd and Booker, I think, if what you're looking for is size and defense. So in the right skill set, he could definitely be A tier. I don't know. I think I'm going to go B for now, and I may adjust on that. I'm not totally sure. Deni Avdija, love the jumper, love the defense at 6'9" in the player build. I think he's better than a lot of these other point guards on this list, and I think even though he's an opal, he deserves to be at least B tier. He's a super solid card. Steph is one of the worst cards in this list. Just a 6'3" point guard who doesn't have unbelievable sigs at this point in the year is a card who's not going to be able to cut it. Even with his escape, the dribble style isn't there. The release isn't there. In my personal opinion anyway, it's tough to green. It's not super consistent, and just with how undersized he is, I just don't think he's elite. Levine is not elite either, in my opinion. Does not have elite defense, nor does he have elite movement. He's got a very nice jumper. He's a great slasher, and he's got okay size, but I don't think he's a spectacular card either, and I also think he's C tier. Penny, I don't love his jumper. Everything else with the card is nice. He's got a good dribble style, got a good escape. He's got Pro 2 fade, but the upper on his shot, it makes the fade really weird. It's not a good Pro 2 in my opinion. I think he's probably B tier, but I wouldn't put him higher than that. Wilkins is high C. I think he's better than Levine, but I also don't think he's spectacular. I'd rather have all the guys in B tier over Dominique. The jumper's not insane. The movement isn't unbelievable. I think realistically, among the best, he's probably C tier. SGA, I think, is our first S tier, towards the very back of S tier, but I do believe, nah, he's not. He's probably A tier at this point, to be totally honest. Doesn't have quite the size, but he does have good escape, good shot, great fade, a good dribble style. There is a lot to like about Shea. I think he's high A, probably, though. Castle. Not the biggest fan of this card. I don't adore his jumper. The fade's nice, and his upper's not bad, so it is a good fade. Good defender. I think he's a worse Luka. His jumper is not that great, and his movement isn't spectacular. He does have a better fade than Luka, but I think high C for him too. Agent Zero, I actually kind of like this card. I think B tier. I was pretty impressed with him. I think he's a little better than like a Walt Frazier. Really good jumper, solid but not spectacular movement. Low-key borderline. I like Kidd more than Gilbert, honestly. Kidd's got the better player build in my opinion, as well as the better dribble style. But this Gilbert's really good, and I think he's high B, borderline A, like legitimately really good. Alex Caruso, he's a great free card, but I think he's C tier, to be totally honest, because similar to Castle, good defender, but he's only 6'5", and he also doesn't have spectacular movement, a spectacular jump shot. He's a good card, but I don't think he's a ridiculous one. Very good free card, though, but I think he's C tier. Oscar's also C tier to me, just doesn't quite have the size. He's got the movement, but the jumper isn't spectacular either. I think for 100 overall, he's probably C tier. Manu's going to go B for me. I think he's better than Caruso and Castle and guys like that. Personally, I really like Manu's release. He's got decent movement. He's got Pro 2 fade, and I think he's offensively nice and well-rounded while still being a solid defender. Maybe not quite as good defensively as Caruso, but or Castle, but I would prefer him offensively to both of those guys, and I think enough so that I'd put him in the B tier. Anthony Edwards, I do not like this card at all. I think his movement is mid. I think his jumper is even more mid. I don't think he's spectacular at all, and we're looking at a list that is extremely loaded. Like, there are very few cards in this list that I would consider bad cards at all. So I think Ant's to the bottom tier, and I think he's D tier. Magic's finally our first S tier, 6'9" point guard with perfect stats, perfect badges basically, and a change jumper, amazing sigs and animations. I mean, he's a top 3 point guard in the game, maybe top 4. I don't know. There's a couple like ridiculous point guards left, and Magic's definitely one of them. Really like this Hito Turkoglu card a lot. He's like, I don't know, man. I think he's low S. The problem is we have like a lot of cards left that are still probably S tier guys. I think I'm going Hito. High A. I like the jumper, I like the 6'10" frame, and I like the movement, and I think he's a good card. I think he's very good. I think kind of like Shea. High A, kind of want to put him S, but I don't know. I feel like there might be too many S tier guys if I do that. John Morant, just too small, doesn't have the shot creation in the 6 at this point in the year for a guy his size. That's true about a lot of the smaller point guards that may not be left on this list at this point as well, so I got him D tier. Cade, I don't like Cade, man. His jumper's not bad, and he's got good size, but he has no fade. He's dribble style's mid. He doesn't have a hezzy. I mean, he's just not souped. 2K did not do a good job with that Cade card. I think he's mid, honestly. Jokic is the best point guard in the game, 6'11" with perfect sigs, perfect animations, and an incredible jumper. I mean, come on. His stats and badges are amazing. He's a god. Ben Simmons is a little better than Hito because I think he's a little more impactful defensively, a little more impactful as a slasher, although he's not that much better than Hito. I think he's S. I think Hito's A. I kind of think they're pretty close, though, to be totally honest. Josh Giddey, I'll go B tier with him. 6'8", decent jumper, good movement, but got the size. I think he's a really solid free point guard. Definitely one of the better ones in the game. Jimmy Butler, I mean, S tier. Again, he's an invincible. He's got the perfect sigs, perfect animations, great jumper. Like, he's cracked, obviously. Draymond, just can't stand his jumper. Defensively, he's very, very good, and he's a capable slasher. Doesn't have elite movement, though, and I don't love the jump shot by any means. I think he's probably C tier as well. Not a card that I personally would recommend. LeBron is obviously going to be S tier, right there with Jokic, Magic. Guys like that is the best point guards in the game. When you got perfect sigs, perfect animations, and pretty much perfect stats and badges, you're going to be a top tier card. Andrew Bogut, I mean, his switch ability defensively is what provides value. He's 7 foot. That's about it. I don't love the jumper. I don't love the movement. I don't love any of the other stuff, but the size is valuable, and he's got enough stats to compete. You could probably argue B tier just off of the size, to be totally honest. Pippen, A tier, 6'8", elite defender, really nice release, okay movement, very good point guard though. Definitely A tier. Maravich is going to be D. I don't think Pistol Pete's very good. Jumper's pretty mid on him. He's not a high level option. Harden is low B. I think he's a little better than K, but not by a ton. I don't love that card. He doesn't have elite movement at all. In all honesty, I think he's a worse Devin Booker. But I got Booker at A, so I'll have Harden in B. And I just don't love that card personally. LaMelo's also obviously S tier. I mean, that's the problem with this S tier. Is there's a lot of good cards. Like, does Hito get moved up and make another S tier card? I don't personally know. I think he does, though, to be totally honest. I'm moving him up. I just think he's that good. I'm gonna do that. MJ, A tier, not S. I just like Shea. I think Shea's better than MJ. I think he's A tier as well, and I think that's pretty obvious at this point. I think that's kind of his spot. Barry Davis, I'm sorry, the height is just holds him back too much. The stats, badges, and sigs and animations don't look bad, but the height holds him back too much. I think he's D tier. Ray Allen, honestly not that bad, but not spectacular either. He looks honestly about as good as James Harden. I think honestly Harden's getting moved down actually, because Harden doesn't have sigs besides dribble style. Like at all. And his jumper's good, but he's only 6'5". I don't love that card at all. I think he's C tier. And then we'll go Ray and B. I don't know. Maybe Ray is C as well. Or maybe they're both B. I think I'm being too hard on Harden. I think he's B. And Gary is going to go A. Despite being 6'4", he is a very good invincible point guard. I do think he's A tier. I think he's better than J Kidd, although not by a significant margin, but by a little bit. His jumper's spectacular. His movement is very good, although not perfect, but very, very good. He's a great card. I do think he's A tier. I wouldn't go higher than that, though, because he's 6'4" is the main reason. Super solid card, though, and I would say he's an A tier point guard as well. But with that being said, I think that is where we're going to call the video. Let me know what y'all's thoughts are on my list in the comment section down below. If you did enjoy the video, make sure you hit that like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. I'll be back with more 2K content very, very soon, and I appreciate y'all. Peace.